Hi everybody, this is Tim Bost, the editor of Financial Cycle's weekly newsletter. Listen, a really cool thing just happened to me recently and I wanted to share with you. I ran across some video from a workshop I did a few years ago and took a look at it, and it was pretty amazing stuff. Let me give you a little bit of background on what happened with this. Several years ago, a group asked me to come do a special presentation for them. It was kind of a private closed-door session with a select group of individuals who all paid money to come hear me talk to them about how to use astrology to generate personal wealth, using astrology to enhance their individual financial future. And this was a very interesting session. It took an entire day. As I say, we locked ourselves in a room, and I presented some material. We had a great discussion, talked about some of their concerns, came up with some really solid brass tacks, solid answers for their individual situations. And it was a very, very productive day. It meant really thousands of dollars, for all of them that were involved in this particular session. But what happened was we did this day's session. It was all captured on video, and the interesting thing about it was that when I look at something like that, I get to see what was being forecast at the time. As an astrologer, I'm always intrigued by making forecasts, trying to understand trends, and then going back after the fact and looking over what was said, what was forecasted, and seeing how things turned out. That's what made this particularly interesting to me when I took a look at this video recently. And as it turned out, there was a lot of accurate stuff that went on. Now, you have to understand that when we did this closed-door workshop, the economy was a whole lot different than it is right now. Things were booming. The real estate sales were skyrocketing. Everybody was feeling pretty fat and happy in the situation. And with that going on, there was a different set of objectives. It's like, how can we enhance our wealth? One of the things that we talked about, though, at that time, and one of the things I emphasized to them, was the fact that economic times are cyclic. And we talked about the impact of a downturn in certain cycles as well. We discussed the advisability of getting into real estate at that particular time. And we talked about different business models. We even discussed the use of astrology in enhancing the internet sales and the ability to market things using the internet and involvement in internet endeavors. So it was a very, very in-depth kind of session. It took an entire day to do. And so in looking at all of this, what occurred to me is that this information, even though it was great in terms of being a forecast, is even more relevant right now. Now that times are a little bit leaner, the economy has taken a downturn, and people are struggling a little bit, looking for options in terms of their financial opportunities. And this information is absolutely vital for this kind of market environment, for this kind of economy that we're dealing with right now. So that's why I've decided to take this rare video footage and get it converted into a DVD set that will reproduce the entire workshop experience. And that's what I wanted to give you a heads up about. Unfortunately, it's not ready to send out just yet. It's in post-production, being edited, and the duplication process needs to go on. All these different steps have to go through with the technical guys doing all that stuff. But it won't take too long, another few more weeks, and it'll all be ready to roll. But I'm so excited about it that I just wanted to be able to tell you in advance that this is what's coming down the pike here fairly shortly. Now, I'll be keeping in touch with you about this new project, obviously. And the way I'm going to do that is through email. So if I don't already have your email address, or if you want to make sure that you get the information on this new DVD set about using astrology for creating personal wealth, please give me your email address, your name and email address. You'll find a link in a form right on this website. Give me the email address and your name. We're not going to sell the information to anybody or exchange it. You'll strictly be getting information directly from me about things that relate to financial astrology, and specifically, of course, about this DVD set that will come to you. I'll even throw in some interesting free things along the way that you may find useful to get as well, that will help you tune in to the benefits that financial astrology can bring to you. So please take a minute right now. Give me your name, your email address. I'll get the information to you just as soon as it's ready on how you can get a copy of the new DVD set on creating personal wealth with astrology as soon as it's available. It'll be a few weeks yet. We'll give you all the details just as soon as they come online, but do take a minute right now. Give me your name, your email address, and we'll keep in touch. Talk to you soon.